Hi, this is Paul and welcome back to Parks Playback. In today's video I'm going to be going over what I picked up in the month of March. I've got a stack of vinyls over here to go through. There's about 11 varieties of different genres as usual. And you may also know that I've changed the camera setup a little bit, just playing around with ideas on how to do angles and stuff, but I do actually think it's got more going on in the background visually, I suppose. If you're wondering why the dog in the background is not moving, that is a plush of our previous pet, George. He's just there in spirit, bless him. So yeah, so let's get on with the video. But before we begin, of course, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Any comments on the pickups I've got this month would be greatly appreciated. And also be sure to check out my Instagram page, which is @parks_playback, where you can see more of my posts, my reels, and any other things I may be doing in my day-to-day life regarding music and such. So yeah, that'd be very much appreciated if you give that a like as well and follow and everything like that. And also wrapping a Gorillaz t-shirt, which was on the merch stand from when I went to see them on the mountain tour when they were playing in Leeds last month. That was such an amazing gig, honestly. Like the visuals, the audio, that whole performance was absolutely fantastic. It's everything I wanted and more. I did also get another t-shirt as well that's more like with all the tour dates on and everything, but I just had to get this one as well because I just love the simpler like line drawing style of that. So without further ado, now we'll go on to all the records I picked up in the month of March. So firstly, we've got my first 10-inch record, and that is Wolf Alice with Creature Songs. This one is a very, very good pickup, honestly. It came also with a sleeve from the person who I bought it from on Vinted. Like, I don't know how much they've valued the item, but from what I see on eBay and stuff, it goes for much higher than what they sold it for, so I'm very grateful to have this. As a big Wolf Alice fan, I jumped at the opportunity. So yeah, that's the inner sleeve right there, and inside is this lovely pinky blue swirl marble pattern kind of thing going on, and it's different on both sides, which is kind of nice as well. It's not just one, so there's the level of detail in that respect as well as it's really on point. In terms of the songs that are on here, there's only 4 of them. They are essentially extended tracks from My Love Is Cool album, which, as much as I absolutely love that album, that's like one of my favourites, I didn't realise there was a digital version where it had those songs, some of these, and some more songs on. So that discovery is almost like mind-blowing, really. Like, how I didn't know about this, but to have these on a physical format is like absolutely amazing. So yeah, that is Wolf Alice, Creature Songs, my first 10-inch record. Next up is another 10-inch record. This one is a full album, however. The other one was an EP. This is Eels with The Deconstruction. This one is on a 33 speed yellow vinyl. It's one I've had wanting to have for quite a while. Again, it was another easy, no-brainer purchase from Vinted at a very, very good price, considering, again, I feel this goes like a lot more for what it is. So I don't know, there's something going on which is obviously beneficial for second-hand buyers like us, rather than paying full whack for them. But inside is some lyrics, you can see there. On the back, that's the same again kind of thing on the pattern, but I kind of like that, like the thickness of the cardboard on this as well. It's really quite nice. And then inside, there's the sleeves. Inside, the yellow is this kind of vibrant, very vibrant yellow colour, kind of similar to the Alice in Chains self-titled album in a way. And it's the same on this as well, so same. Well, that's not the same, obviously, but the same on pattern on the back, and then it's the same yellow on there. So yes, that's absolutely great. If you like the Eels, it's kind of what you kind of expect from the band and the tone of everything, like that sort of like dry melancholy kind of sound to it, and particularly on the track Sweet Scorched Earth. And that is a bit of a story with that, in terms of when I was going to propose to my wife, around the time when this album came out, I was looking for an instrumental version of that track, but at the time there wasn't one, annoyingly. But I think it kind of just like sounded so like, I say, like melancholy and stuff like that, but in a nice way. Obviously, with that, if you put the song with the lyrics on, that'd be a very different proposal music kind of thing when I was doing it. So I ultimately went with the Love Actually soundtrack, the PM's Love theme from that. So another great pickup for a 10-inch record. That's the Eels with Deconstruction. Next up, we have 2 Weekend albums. One of my absolute favourite records of all time, that is After Hours. Talking about this one in particular is because, again, Vinted, I feel I should do a plug for them, to be honest, is the fact that this one is the one I've been seeking for such a long time to get a version where it is the splatter pressing, because if I love the album so much, I feel like it's only right to get one of the like visually pleasing kind of designs for the vinyl. And I don't know if this is I can't remember now if this is the actual inner liner sleeve that came with this version or the other, because obviously I've got the other iteration of it, the standard black pressing, but that's one I'm obviously going to sell on because just pass on to somebody else. I obviously really wanted a nicer version, even though there's no difference in terms of the track list and everything. There's no bonus tracks. I know there is a version of that, but I think that goes for very silly money, and I'm not willing to do that. But to have like a nice pressing version of one of my favourite albums of all time, jump out the opportunity to get something at a discounted price, sell on the other one for sort of like get a bit of money back, that kind of thing. So that's The Weeknd with After Hours. And then the other Weeknd album is a bit of a woe with this one as well. I feel like sometimes with Vinted, it's not always the best thing to do, because for some reasons, like with the Kissland version, that didn't go so well in terms of like what the packaging and that was kind of came damaged. And sadly, this is kind of the same as well, because you see in the corner there, it's very dinted. Again, this is an album I already have on black vinyl. I have a different cover for it as well and everything like that. When I got it initially from way back when, that was just standard black pressing, but it had like different artwork rather than just his Weeknd's old face. So this is a limited Target exclusive silver version. So again, it was something that I wanted to have in the collection, upgrade the other one, hoping to sell the other one on, but now I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, because it's like, well, I don't know, appreciate your like opinion on this, like whether I should sell that on or keep the other standard because of the artwork damage to the sleeve and everything. See, it's on the back there as well. Thankfully, the LP itself is absolutely fine. I've played it, tested it, it's no problem there, but it's a bit annoying, like even with the seam at the top, it's like, what happened? Like, why, how did they get in such a state and just batter around everything? Just people just don't take care of things, I don't know, but I know it can happen with stuff, but it doesn't take away from the fact that this is a really nice pressing, like this silvery, like metallic pattern marble kind of effect on that. And there's the inside there. So it's obviously different from all the normal iterations of it, but just let me know what you think, whether I should swap out the sleeves, keep that, but then if for Discogs purposes, if I want to sell it down the line, is it going to cause issues that way, or should I just keep both? Just yeah, any feedback on that would be greatly appreciated, so let me know. But I mean, re-listen to this again anyway, it's absolutely like fantastic. I forgot how good it is, like just to listen to it all the way through kind of thing. So this is Dawn FM from The Weeknd. Continuing on with the hip hop theme, we have Danger Mouse and Black Thought with Cheat Codes. This is one I listened to a lot during lockdown, and I fell in love with the flows and everything. I hadn't really twigged on the fact that Black Thought was in The Roots. I hadn't listened to any his music in that at that point, but this made me kind of like go out and seek his projects with that and any other things that he'd done work on. I knew that he featured on a lot of the tracks for the Gorillaz' The Mountain. This one is a limited edition green pressing. Again, one that I'd sort of like wanted to get maybe at launch. There was like a red version, but for some reason I never got round to it. As much as I love the album, I don't know why, but it just never happened. But this one is say green. I don't see this very often, so it's kind of nice that I've kind of waited it out so long. Again, not a bad price on Vinted, I believe. Or was it eBay? No, I think it was eBay actually this time. But yeah, so it's green. Kind of works with the, again, with the theme of the album, the red and green on there. So yeah, colour scheme's great on that. This also comes with a CD as well, which is kind of novel as well. You don't really get many things where that happens before, but I think that was probably at a time when that was kind of still prevalent, I suppose. I know CDs are coming back, so I don't know if that's going to be a theme that's going to keep keeping on. But in terms of the tracks as well, it's pretty much almost like there's no skips on it. They all offer something different. The flow and everything of it is, and the production involved in it, it gives this kind of like soulful feel to the record, but not in a cringy way or anything like that. Not like just throwing samples in for the sake of it. I think there's just something, I don't know, old school but fresh, if that makes any sense. But yeah, if you haven't checked out this album or this project before, then I highly recommend it, especially if you're a hip hop head, because there's some great features as well. We've got the likes of Joey Badass, ASAP Rocky, Run the Jewels, Raekwon, and even a posthumous feature from MF Doom, which is probably like one of the standout tracks on the album. So yeah, that is Danger Mouse and Black Thought with their project Cheat Codes. So changing genres once again, we have another Alice in Chains record, and this time it is Dirt. This was the follow-up from their first album, Facelift. Some people regard this as like their favourite Alice in Chains album, but for me, Facelift will always be my personal favourite Alice in Chains record. But this one comes in a nice yellow version. Again, scouting out for a good price for it. I think I got that again from online somewhere. I did debate it in one of Bin's record shops, but you never can tell unless it says on the label what colour they're going to be. But now tell me, I wouldn't necessarily say this is opaque yellow. I'd say that's more of like a, I don't know, custardy cream yellow kind of colour. I wouldn't necessarily say that's opaque at all, but but anyway, it's coloured vinyl. I always appreciate that. It's not like a gatefold or anything like that, so it's just the two LPs housed in one, which in terms of space it's not necessarily a bad thing. But I'd say on that, like, it's very heavy, it's grungy as you'd expect from the band. Obviously standouts are Wood, Them Bones and Rooster, but everything else, like, if you listen to it again, is just so good, and it's easy to see why a lot of people really dig on this album. And like I say, I appreciate what this has got going for it, but for me, it's always going to be Facelift as my favourite. Now on to something more heavy than that. It is Lamb of God with Into Oblivion, their newest record from this year. I wasn't too sure whether I was going to pick it up, to be honest, but the biggest selling point of like a limited run kind of thing is it comes on this grey black splatter pressing, and also the fact that it comes with a bonus 7-inch record as well. That's a big selling point. But first I'll show you the LP itself, and I don't know, that seems very metal to me, like in terms of like, well, the colour scheme I suppose, and obviously again it matches the artwork of the sleeve, because obviously that's a variation on that as well. Inside, the draw for me, as a big Black Sabbath fan of course, is the fact that they've got a cover of The Children of the Grave that they did at the last show of Black Sabbath in Birmingham last year. So again, like, gotta have that because it's like a big fan of the band and both of them. But the fact that this is available is absolutely fantastic. And then there's a live version of Sepsis there as well. So really nice. That's just on a black LP, but nice to have. 7-inch collection is quickly growing as well. And then we have in a sleeve, or booklet should I say, that's more, I think that's more the typical cover that you see floating around, but it's just got lyrics in there of the tracks. Nothing too crazy, beginner picture there, but nice to have a thick booklet for a change. But yeah, it feels like these guys never went away in terms of like their the music. It sounds heavy as ever. I don't know if you can even see on there really, but the text on it. But yeah, there's so many great tracks on that, especially if you like your heavy metal. I suppose the drums aren't quite the same when Chris Alder was in the mix. I like the Ashes of the Wake and Sacrament, but still sounds great, and to hear them again, I highly recommend if you want to check out something different in terms of your music genre for heavy metal. Another case of going from one extreme to the other, and that is with Nina Geraci and I Love My Computer. Now this is a EDM dance pop style blend of music. She's like a up and coming newcomer from Australia, and my recent love for hyperpop of recent years, this one kind of like ticked a lot of boxes to enjoy. I don't think I would have messed with this like back in the day if it came out, but that just sounds repetitive and thing, but I think it's having a resurgence, and this is like a great example of something that's kind of fun and kind of makes you wish for like the sunshine days where you can just like blast this driving around on the freeway or motorway in the car with the windows down and just embracing what it's got to offer. But this is like a half and half split of white and blue, and interestingly the artwork kind of on the cover matches that, because the original one is more like a photograph of this exact design, but this is like done in like an anime style as well, which I'm kind of glad I waited out to pick up, because I don't think I would have paid initial retail price for something that was kind of quite expensive for a splatter. So there we have, it's almost like a Pokeball or Great Ball style kind of design. It's really nice, and very much looking forward to playing more of this during the summer months when we have the nice sunshine, or we hope. It's Britain after all. And that is the inside sleeve. That so nice good quality cardboard, and I just, like I said, you can see all the sort of details on there. There's so much, like somebody's recreated that essentially from the photograph, which is incredible. If you want a starting point for this artist, go with the song iPod Touch. You get a sense of what her music kind of sounds like. There's high points obviously in terms of like the energy, and then there's a couple of low points as well, so there's a good mix, good balance. But this is Nina Geraci with I Love My Computer. Now going to a throwback record that very much reminds me of me and Sophie from when we first started dating, and that is Gabrielle Aplin, English Rain. Now this is like a folk soft pop mix in terms of like genre, I suppose. So like singer-songwriter kind of a thing with what I guess you could say plinky plonky piano that kind of like litters the charts of recent years. But don't let that put you off. It is a nice relaxing listen, honestly, especially if you like that kind of type of music. But that's the sleeve there, and that's the text. Now you can tell me again, what colour do you think that is? Because according to the sleeve, which I'll show you in a moment, the hype sticker, this is supposed to be rainbow splatter. Now on here it says that rainbow splatter. The picture I saw on Instagram and Amazon, which is where I picked it up from this time, made it look like the picture was like had incorporated more reds and things like that in it, but honestly I don't think that's a rainbow. There's more colours in a rainbow than that, but there we are. There's more colours on the sticker there than there are in this, but it is what it is. It's still a nice pressing and something sort of like to remind us of our early years in our relationship. Song Start of Time is particularly like one that sticks with both of us very much, so it's kind of, I don't know, just so beautiful. Like if you want to go for like starting point for that, I would start with Start of Time. But there's also things like Panic Chord. There's a cover of The Power of Love as well that you could check out as well, because that's a lovely cover. We've got November. Salvation again is almost like the epitome of that kind of ballady kind of, I would say that it's kind of like melancholy in a way, but not in like a Phoebe Bridges or Ethel Cain kind of way. So something a bit more elevated in that front. That's my best way to describe the record. But yeah, recommend checking this out, even if it's just on Spotify, see if you like a few tracks for that singer-songwriter type of music. But this is Gabrielle Aplin with English Rain. Okay, we have 2 more albums to go through. One, very excited to finally have in the collection because I've been seeking this out for such a long time due to the fact that her popularity, particularly as of her many Brit Award wins, but obviously she was very popular with like the Grammys and any other like music categories of recent, and she's kind of just blown up just ever so much. But it's great to see because she's got a fantastic voice. And the album in question is of course Olivia Dean with The Art of Loving. The reason I waited out because I wanted the lilac pressing rather than just a standard black. Scalpers on almost like any platform, hiking the price up because of the like such popularity for her music. I was like, okay, wait, I'm thinking maybe it'll be like the Clairo album where it kind of came out like a year anniversary and there'd be like a special edition at a reasonable retail price. But I think this was from Banquet Records where I got this new repressing, so shout out to them for providing that, because they honestly got like some of the best prices out there in terms of even just new stock and everything, like not just reissues. But this is, yeah, you see this really nice colour for the lilac, pale like translucent, and that's the back cover there. It's not a gatefold, but it's got this nice thick booklet as well with some like photos and lyrics in there. So nice, and so happy to have this finally in the collection. Sophie absolutely loves her voice and plays a lot of songs on repeat. Particularly, she constantly does the thing from Man I Need where she says, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. And also sings like Baby Steps as well. And Lady, Lady, she's a man, even though it says she's the man, but that's Sophie's interpretation of the song. It's so great, it's so soulful. I don't know, I can see why she's such a presence in the music industry of the modern pop era, kind of what pop music can be. Again, like just taking something from like nostalgic, but just bringing it forward in such a way that just, I don't know, it just oozes like, it just sounds so fantastic. And probably sure a lot of people will have heard songs from this album, if not on the radio and stuff like that, but do your best to try and find a coloured pressing if you can, if you really like the album. But I know it's hard to come by, but patience is a virtue and good things come to those who wait, kind of thing. So yeah, if you can, obviously like get the opportunity to do that, try and seek this out if you can. So this is Olivia Dean with The Art of Loving. And last but certainly not least, this is a very recent pickup. It only came out on last Friday of this month, and that is Ray with her latest album, or second album, This Music May Contain Hope. I love how this says standard edition pressing with marigold yellow, as if like, oh, standard edition to me would just be black, but makes me think that there's like other versions, but I've not seen any like different variations. Or I thought that for something like how popular she is with like the song Where's My Husband and all the stuff she's done before on a previous album, which I do need to listen to be honest, but I've kind of more paying attention to her these past few years more so. But I was very excited to get this, especially the fact that it's kind of split into acts, like a theatrical play, and that's the best way to describe this album. Is honestly, it feels that way. It's kind of like a big like production. It's like a movie production or theatre production, everything, and just like in terms of genres and stuff, like it's like classical, jazzy, R&B. It just goes all over the place. It's like, it's very surprising. Like there's a whole mix within this, and it's absolutely fantastic. Honestly, like played it, spun it as well recently, like for the first time all the way through on this. I was waiting on it, so I didn't have to wait too long for it to come out. But I did purposely left it to not listen to it on the streaming services, just so I experience it, just completely focused on this. But even the level of detail of including like this booklet here, which is honestly like so detailed, like in terms of what's on it. Just like the cast, the players and all that kind of stuff. Going through all that, it's so detailed. Like there's so much thought been put into this. Lyrics, it's like structured in that, and it's like honestly like incredible. Like how much thought has gone into doing this, and even a little handwritten note at the end as well. So yeah, love the artwork, love the album. Obviously I need a few more listens to see how it'll rank in my favourites of the year, but could be a contender, absolutely. But this is Ray with her brand new album, This Music May Contain Hope. So there we have it. Those are the pickups I did for the month of March. Next month is obviously going to be Record Store Day, so that might just be its own video just solely on what I got from that day, but I'm sure there'll be a fair few other records I will be getting throughout the month of April as well that are on the way as we speak, kind of thing. So but that might be a shorter video in that sense. But I hope you enjoyed what I went through today, and if you want to let me know what you picked up during the month of March, that would also be greatly appreciated. And of course, it would be very much appreciated if you like and subscribe to the channel. That will help us continue to grow, get more eyes on the videos, and obviously love talking about the music I've got, and obviously want to share that passion with other like-minded people as well in the comments. And be sure to also subscribe to my Instagram page, which is once again parks_playback. That will be also very much appreciated. Hope you also liked the new layout of the camera and everything like that. Hope it was a bit more interesting, and hope you like George being the sort of there in the background as well. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.